right, today is the day. We are starting to tackle the elusive shoe problem. I have tried so many different shoes and I feel like my feet have changed so much over the years because like I broke my foot, so I have a plate in my left foot. And then after I had my baby, like being pregnant and then not being pregnant, like changed my feet a little bit. And I just feel like I'm starting from scratch, which I mentioned briefly last week. My feet were so trash after last week, so we are starting over. I went back to the drawing board. We're trying the La Sportiva Prodigio shoes, I believe is what they are. I have never worn a pair of La Sportivas, but I figured why not see how they are. This is gonna be my first run in them, and we're doing a hill workout. How was the wind, you ask? Ah, it's windy. It's windy. We're out here doing a hill workout. That's it. Whoop. Time to run down. Oh my god. It is so windy. At one point I was running a 7-minute mile downhill and the wind was actually pushing me backwards. This wind is crazy. But I keep telling myself, like, you have no idea what Leadville is going to be like this year. So take the wind because there's a good chance it's going to be windy on race day. My plan for this episode was originally to do like a threshold test with Koros because I like to do that just to get like a baseline of my paces. I do think it's important to train at different paces and like in different zones, even as an ultra runner, especially if you're like doing some of these shorter distances and want to get faster. So I like to do it just kind of as like a baseline, especially when I'm like entering or like exiting a speed block. And I try to do it this past like week and a half, and the weather has just been so bad. Like I cannot for the life of me get a workout in outside that does not involve like snow, rain, or just absolutely horrendous wind. None of that is ideal or optimal for a threshold test. Anything that I do isn't going to be accurate, so it's kind of just like there's no point in doing it. I might come back in a few weeks and actually do this test again and see if it's changed, because I am curious to see like how well my body has adapted to this training, because I do feel faster, which is amazing. Like I don't normally feel like a fast athlete and I'm still not like the fastest, but I do think that this has been an improvement for me. I just wanted to know my threshold because it is a helpful gauge to have, especially right now because I'm trying to raise my VO2 max, which pretty much just like allows you to have more speed. Because if you think about it, like our VO2 max is like the ceiling of your house. In a 50-mile run, we're not hitting those paces really like ever, but it brings up our like endurance pace and like zone 3, and it just really helps us to like become a better well-rounded athlete. And because this is the least specific zone and workouts to my races, we're doing them the farthest away. So this is like the last real week of any kind of VO2 max style workouts. So that's really what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. It's just been a day of speed work, a day of hills, and then easy runs. And I've been doing like 1 long run a week. And we're about to bump that to 2 long runs a week and then longer intervals, because I believe I'm entering a steady state. I believe I'm entering a steady state phase. So things are gonna get a little bit longer. They're gonna be a little bit less like speedy. Yeah, so this was going on. So like, not gonna lie, it's been a little discouraging the last few weeks just because my training's not where I want it to be like mileage wise. And then with all the really shitty weather, it's hard to hit the zones and the paces you want when you're like getting showed around by wind. We're still getting out there. I'm still like trying to get the workouts in. I'm still trying to get the workouts in like as best as I can. And I had a really solid long run this past weekend, which was so nice. It's just been not the best weather-wise. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. This week is going to be even worse weather. So that's just spring training in Colorado for you. But I really appreciate all the support I've gotten. I feel like I've had a lot of people reach out and just show their support and encouragement, and it has meant so much to me because I think in this sport it's common to feel very alone and like you're just grinding away by yourself, and it's really awesome to have people coming behind me and supporting me.
And I hope you guys are getting out on the trail and following your goals and doing something that scares you a little bit, because this is terrifying for me. Telling the internet that I'm going to do or attempt something like this is a little scary, but it's really fun and I'm really excited. Can't wait to see what summer brings, because I think the summer is going to be just incredible. So don't really have any other updates. It's just been a lot of like grinding away and just putting in the miles. See you out on the trails. Also, the La Sportivas, really like these. So far I have no complaints. Doing pretty well.